Fight Night, the greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. God versus man.
Batman and Superman are the two seminal, iconic characters of comic mythology.
Superman is do everything by the books, and Batman is do whatever it takes.
Once you see Batman and Superman standing, looking at each other in a movie, now anything's possible. The worlds have finally meshed up.
The comic books and the history and the lore, it was really special to watch it come together.
We do need these kind of characters. They're the people who bring light, who get rid of the dark.
When there's the action figures lying around the house, those are the ones that my kids want to play with. Maybe it's just something on a basic DNA level that makes those the characters that we're most naturally drawn to.
It's been 70 plus years, right, that these characters have been around. Just kind of a wonderful, childlike excitement to see these heroes come to life on the screen.
There's some sort of fantasy fulfillment in getting to watch these superheroes do what we kind of wish we would do inside of our mind.
Even though they have these crazy, enormous powers, they still have flaws. They're still trying to overcome things.
They're wonderful characters to compare ourselves against.
Today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for.
Superman has made the leap, and now he's out there for everyone to call judgment on.
All this time, I've been thinking I'm here to do good. Superman was never real.
This means something. I think Lois sees him as very human, and it's that part of him that she connects with. And the part of him that she finds superhuman is his soul, not his strength.
At the end of Man of Steel, Zod was fighting Superman, and there was lasers ripping apart buildings and things were blowing up. Bruce Wayne blamed Superman. There are a number of different ways that we've evolved, both Batman and Bruce Wayne in this movie. He's older, darker, more world-weary.
That's how it starts, the fever, the rage that turns good men cruel.
I'm getting slow in my old age, Alfred.
Even you got too old to die young, not for lack of trying.
He's also showing the signs of a guy who's been doing it maybe a little bit too long, but it allows him to live out his rage.
Superman is still trying to do the right thing, and do the right thing by everyone, and ignore the slings and arrows. But at the same time, try and get a closer connection to humanity.
People hate what they don't understand. Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel.
I think that Clark experiences a little bit of the brokenheartedness of being a human being.
Be anything they need you to be, or be none of it. You don't owe this world a thing. You never did.
20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
We are in a world which is incredibly imperfect. Do we just accept, Or do we try to change? You know you can't win this. It's suicide.
The Alfred character is the one person who can probably speak to him honestly.
You're gonna go to war. He is not our enemy. He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. We believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy. We have to take it as an absolute certainty. And we have to destroy him.
Superman sees Batman as a criminal, brutal and unforgiving.
This Bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? The devils don't come from hell beneath us. They come from the sky.
But there's also this major benefactor by the name of Lex Luthor.
I love it. I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex.
Hi, hello, Lex. It is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person. Lex feels competitive with Bruce Wayne. He's learned everything about him. Lex hates Superman. Learned everything about him.
It's kind of the puppet master, kind of controlling these two heroes, forcing them into conflict.
The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
You're psychotic.
That is a three-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
At the same time, we have this mysterious character.
You know, it's true what they say about little boys. Born with no natural inclination to share.
We don't know exactly what she wants, what her motivations are.
I've known a few women like you.
I think they have a lot in common, and there's a lot of tension between the two of them.
I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
People have anticipated for so long to see Wonder Woman on the big screen.
I'll never forget the first day Gal came onto the set in her Wonder Woman costume, and it was very emotional.
I needed to pinch myself and see if it's true because it's so strong.
At the core of every human heart, there is this conflict between the better angels of our nature.
Black and blue, God versus man.
Stay down! If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
To have those things coming together is incredible.
Zach worked with Patrick Tatopoulos, and they reimagined the Batmobile. And you know, it's really hard because so many of these vehicles that have been done in the past were super cool. How do you top it?
Hopefully, the fans are going to go, wow, how great this incarnation of the Batmobile is.
The Batmobile definitely spans all ages.
Our Batmobile, though modern looking, he's probably had for 10 years. He's constantly working on it.
The Batmobile, there's something retro about it. I wanted the whole car to be an engine, and only the top is a shield that becomes almost like the cape of Batman in the night.
It really is a work of art.
And with the edge car, could just pull up here and we could just... We were always going to do a chase scene, and then it grew once we actually laid eyes on the Batmobile.
It's a very unique car, very wide and huge wheels on it, but it drives well. That's where Dennis's fabrication came in, because he had all of these race car guys that work for him, and they sort of know what a car needs to do to drive.
It handles like a true race car, and everything on the car is set up to do exactly what we want it to do.
Batman's got a great car. It's the one thing people always ask about is the Batmobile. It's killer. It's super cool.
Getting the edge car to shoot the action was really fun. It's a camera platform that is basically built on the SUV. You can go super fast, and the arm can swing while you're driving.
We've had huge effects rigs, a bunch of cars crashing, flipping cars, explosions.
So with the drivers that we had, it went very well. You can't put a price on having good drivers.
Zach knows all about the minutia of comic books and the history, and it was fun to be around that.
Zack's one of the great visual storytelling filmmakers.
Also, the lighting's got to be dark. You know, it's like a tunnel.
Zack is the kind of director who sees scenes and movies and scripts in a multi-dimensional manner. It's not just one thing he's trying to convey. There's a deeper dimension to this.
Nice.
The design aesthetic of Zack, where it starts as a background into the comic book world. But beyond that, there is something very grounded about those characters and things we can relate to. Even in Superman, the bigger challenge was to recreate the Zack Snyder Batman. Batman has got high-tech things, but his aesthetic is more badass weapon, tanks.
And they designed a Batcave like no other.
You know, it's always been a dream of mine as a comic book fan to be in the Batcave for real. We were able to build a lot of it practically, as you can see.
The big concept for the cave is that everything is suspended. There is nothing with structural support from underneath. It's all hanging. It's the whole bad thing.
You can believe construction, the way it hangs from the ceiling. And I loved all the tools and all the equipment.
I'm gonna do this close-ups. They're gonna go on action. It's a long and joyous collaboration that we've been on together. And I think it's super exciting to play in that world. Cut. Very good.
Tell me, do you plead your will? It's time you learn what it means to be a man.
Everyone has grown up having their heroes, and there aren't two who are better known than Superman and Batman.
They're two guys facing the same dilemma with how to be good in the world, fighting evil. We really misunderstand each other. Let's face it, the two biggest names in superhero-dom. This is the sort of alpha and omega of this world.
You're not brave. Men are brave.
There's a massive DC universe that's just ready to explode.
It's going to be quite the event, I believe. It's a big step. This is just a bold move, and I'm excited.